something we're going to be coming back to here. She says there's a difference between I can have anything I want and I can be anything I want. And to me, there is a very important difference between both of those statements. That I can be anything I want is I think most would recognize as a deeper, maybe more pervasive belief than I can have what I want. One has to do with having particular objects. The other one has to do with your identity. This is something we're going to be coming back to, especially in terms of beliefs, which is what are beliefs about? You can have beliefs about yourself, you can have beliefs about things, you can have beliefs about other people, beliefs about what you're capable of. You can even have beliefs about beliefs if you want. But what you develop the belief about is also going to determine the degree of impact that belief has in your life. That's something we'll be coming back to, so that's a good distinction to me. How about things like, no pain, no gain? Yeah, no guts, no glory.
And if you work hard, you make a lot of money.
Yeah. If you work hard, you make a lot. Now that's another good, here we start getting some structure of beliefs, which is if-then statements. Now, if-then statements are things like, if I do that, then this will happen. And so beliefs are often about causes. Beliefs are about what causes things. Beliefs are also about what things mean. For example, some people believe if I get sick, it means I did something wrong. Or if I'm sick, it means I don't like myself. Now, those are not so much beliefs about cause as they are about meaning. There can be beliefs about cause, that not liking myself can cause me to be sick. But also, my being sick can have a certain meaning to it. I can believe that I was caused to be sick by something in the environment, but that means then that I'm never going to be able to accomplish something that I want. So we have beliefs relating to cause, and beliefs relating to meaning. And this little structure that's on the top of your handout there, also I've drawn it up here, says that usually beliefs, a full belief statement, a full belief would have something of the structure of something causes something else. Belief about something that causes something else, and then this effect becomes evidence for some kind of a meaning or some kind of a value, or what we call criteria. So this would be something like, if I work hard, I can make a lot of money, and that means I'm a successful person. Okay, so why would you want to have a lot of money? Well, money is also just a thing. What does it mean? What are your beliefs about money? Okay. Some people might say, if I work hard and make a lot of money, and that means I'm just like daddy or mommy, which is a different level of making a meaning with a lot of money. So a lot of money is an effect. It's a thing that you can apply different meanings to. Somebody can say, if you study hard, you'll get good grades, in a belief about cause and effect, and that means that you're smart. Or you could say, or that means that you will be accepted by your family. So these are, and I think probably the most important thing the point I'd like to make right now is that beliefs are about relationships between things, not about things. This is a thing. When I say this is well made, if I say this is a well-made chair, that's about a certain relationship of things to it. So beliefs are primarily judgments. They're about relationships, about causes. That's a relationship between two things. This makes that happen. About meaning, this means that. It's a relationship. It can also be about comparisons. This is better than that. This is worse than that. I could say, I'm going to study hard, get good grades, and it still won't be good enough for my parents. That could be a belief you could have. Would affect how you function in the world. So, again, beliefs then are about causes, about categorizations, that is meaning, what does this mean, and about comparisons. Good enough, but not good enough, the best, the worst. And for those of you that are familiar with the meta model, you'll start to actually hear some patterns coming out here. That typically, things that refer to meaning are going to be things like what are called in the meta model lost performatives. Lost performatives are words like good, bad, crazy, doing things well, doing it poorly, basically judgment words. So when you hear judgment words, you're often hearing things about values. So judgment words, or we call lost performatives. And a lost performative basically refers to the thing that's lost is how this evaluation was performed. So in other words, if somebody says, well, I'll work hard at school or do well in my job, I'll make a lot of money, and it still won't be good enough, the question becomes, good enough according to whom? Or I'll still be less of a person, or something like that. The question is according to whom, or according to what criteria. That's what's been lost, is who made this evaluation and how it was made. You're also going to hear words in here, things like good enough, best, worst. These in NLP are called comparative deletions. So good enough compared to whom? Compared to what? So we have comparatives. And that's, again, how you're going to be able to tell when somebody's speaking value language. Comparative deletions. Also, you'll hear things like nominalizations. And nominalizations are things like words like freedom, like comfort, like satisfaction, so on and so forth, which again all tend, at least certain groups of them tend to stand for values. If I study NLP very hard, I'll be able to get good rapport with people, which means I'll be a good communicator. So again, there's some kind of, like a communicator is a nominalization. You're taking the process of communication and making it into a thing. So what we have then is nominalization. So those would identify this. Now, if we think about how meanings and evidence relate, you're going to hear a different set of words. These are going to be words that you'll hear like when a person says that I should do something because it means this. I have to do something because, I have to make a lot of money so that I can be an adequate human being. What the person is doing is, you're going to hear modal operators of necessity or modal operators of possibility occurring, showing you or indicating to you that there is a very important relationship between this evidence and some value that it has. So for example, if somebody goes, I really need to do well on this test, that's evidence of something. Why would somebody need to do so well on it? Because if I don't, either they'll say there's some cause that will happen, or it will mean something. It could mean something good if I do well. It could mean something bad if I don't do well. So when you start getting these evidence procedures, you're going to find things like modal operators. It has to be this way. You'll also find modal operators here. So in the meta model, modal operators occur on both levels. Here, though, you're going to also find meta model patterns like mind reading. Mind reading would be things